Okay, sorry about that. My phone shut off in the middle of me videoing, so I'm going to try to resume here. Okay, so we were doing our y-intercept. Okay, we're on number 2. Okay, and it cut off, and I was in the middle of doing number 2. Okay, so you're going to get y is greater than 4. Okay, so your y-intercept is going to be 0, 4. Okay, now let's do our test point. You're going to plug 0 back in for both the x and the y. So you're going to get 0 plus 0 is greater than 4, which is going to be 0 is greater than 4. Is that true or is that false? That's false, right? 0 is less than 4. Okay? All right, so we've done line 2. Okay, we've done the work for line 2, so now we need to do the work for line 3. X-intercept. You're going to plug 0 in for y on we're on line 3. So you're going to have x plus 2 times 0 is less than 8. You're going to get x is less than 8. So your x-intercept is going to be 8, 0. Now your y-intercept, sorry, my paper keeps moving. Your y-intercept is going to be 0 plus 2 times y less than 8. Okay, so now you've got 2y is less than 8, and you've got y is less than 4. So your y-intercept is 0, 4. Okay, now let's do your test. And you're going to put 0 in place of the x and the y. So now you're going to have 0 plus 2 times 0 is less than 8. And you're going to get 0 is less than 8, which is true. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and, so we've already got our first line. This was line 1, so let's label it line 1. Okay? Now for line 2, let's plot our points. We're going to have 4, 0, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now we're going to have 0, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to try to draw my line. And let's see, this one is greater than, so it is dotted line. It's a dotted line. Okay, and our test point of 0, 0 was false. So this is false going this way, so which way are we going to shade? You're actually going to be shading up, away from the test point, because it was false. So you're going to shade this way. Okay? So now, let's do our line 3. Let's label this L2. So line 3, we have 8, 0, and 0, 4. So 8, 0 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. And you're going to have 0, 4. So which is the same point? 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 4. Okay, so we're going to use that same point. And this is going to be a solid line. Or no, this is actually a dotted line too, because it says less than. So none of these say less than or greater than or equal to, right? None of them have or equal to. So they're all dotted lines. Okay, so now I'm going to have to draw my line over here. My paper is moving, so I'm trying to do this. Come on, paper. Okay, your line may be straighter than mine. My paper's wiggling around here. Okay, so there's our line 3. And now we need to shade. So here it is right here. And we need to shade. And it says it was true. Okay, so that means for this line right here, line 3, which is right here, we need to shade towards our test point over here. So that means it's going to go this way. Okay. Okay. So now you need to find where all three of these lines intersect. Their arrows are intersecting, okay? So look, we have our line 1 right here. Then we have our line 2 that goes from right here to right here. And then we have our line 3 that goes right here, okay? So they're all intersecting this, like between here, right, and here. Okay, so that section is where they're all intersecting, okay? Because this one, the arrows were going down on line 3, so it was going in here like this, right? And this one was going up towards this way. This line was from this point, it was going up. And then this one, line 1, is going to the left, right? So it's actually intersecting all right here where it's shaded. And that's it. So you just need to shade it in. Make sure you shade it really dark where they're all overlapping. Okay, so that's how you would do 3 points. Right? So up here we had 2 points in our graph. See how we graphed and shaded where they were overlapping? And now down here, when there's 3, you're going to have to find where all 3 of them intersect on the same. Okay? Now that's pretty much it for the homework. There was one more that we'll do in class tomorrow, but you work it the same way. It has 3, so it's going to be really similar to number 2. Okay? And I know these problems are a bit long, but they're not hard. The math is easy. There's just lots of steps. Okay? Make sure you label everything so you don't get confused on which line is which and which way it's shading. Okay? All right.